plague spreads, warping flesh, twisting minds, turning the world to ruin. You were not born for peace. You were forged in the dark, where only the strong survive. Plaguebound is a dark fantasy tabletop RPG where survival is brutal and mercy is a weakness. Play as the Kroghorn, mighty guardians of the wild, the Anakin, ancient fungal monks, the Jorvik, relentless hunters, or one of many others forged in this dying world. Face horrors twisted by the plague, wield forbidden magic, stand against the darkness, or become it. Built on the Ironbound system, Plaguebound is fast, deadly, and cinematic. Use brutal combat, powerful mutations, and cunning tactics to carve your legend. The darkness is coming. The question is, will you fight it or join it? Back Plaguebound now, before it's too late.
One. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Geekout with Mike and Dave. How you been, Mike? It's been a while since the people have seen you.
Yeah, it has been a minute. I am doing well, enjoying life and moving forward.
That's all we can do, right? All right.
Hopefully.
So, how is chat doing today? I know Jacob spammed stream is on coffee and hyper.
He's got
Besides Jacob, how's
keyboard
everybody doing?
Tourette's.
Yes, so let's start off. Let's just start off. Let's do it. Let's I want to thank Mike for coming together with the list because I did not have time to create the list this week. So, all right. So, first off, one thing that we should talk about is the CleesaCon. And yes, I said it correctly. I know how to say it now. I can continually to say it. We have a CleesaCon. It's coming end of the month, March 28th to the 30th. If you're in Palmyra, New Jersey area, check it out. It's I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be doing Plaguebound, Ironbound, and Outgunned. So I am playing something that's not my game. At it. So I am a sponsor of it. I'm looking forward to it. There's going to be some really cool auction items. There's going to be a creepy card collection, cool RPG collection, casual game collection, Starfinder collection, a cipher system. He's got in a lot of really cool things. Yeah. And a signed copy of Shadow Dark. That's the one I'm aiming for because I do not have Shadow Dark and I really want it. So everybody who's watching, don't you dare. I am getting that. I know there's other people who want it too, so we'll see how well I get it. I wouldn't mind getting the Everyday Heroes one either. Just because I'd like to see how they do modern action in Art 5e. And I would like to their licensing is not that bad. So maybe if it's real easy, you deserve Shadow Dark. Thank you, Watcher DM. I would like to see like how they do it, and their licensing isn't very pretty friendly. So maybe if it's good, maybe I could use it to kind of piggyback Ironbound onto 5e.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But get your badges. It's Friday 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday 2 to 6. And I'm going to be there all 3 days. So go get your badges if you haven't. It's going to be a lot of fun. It will be a lot of fun. Go do it. CleesaCon. See, I can say it. I just realized that you have to sound like you're sneezing when you say it. And that fixed the problem.
Just to hold that nasal feeling.
CleesaCon, yeah. All right. So what's this one, Mike? Paizo community blog.
So this was um, late May. Pies, and
Yep,
this I think
May.
this one was all online, but it was just a
It
kind
is.
of awareness of cons that are still out there, that are still ongoing. I know some of the audience likes, like Avenue Studios really enjoys Paizo, so it was just like, hey, here's one of those other things that are out there,
I wish
trying
you
to
could
draw
come to
awareness. And I
watch a
think they were
DM.
looking for GMs as well.
Are they looking for GMs? Maybe
I
I
think
could
they
do it.
were, but it might be. Oh, yeah, I didn't catch
Sorry,
this when I
signed
put it.
up.
Looks like March 1st.
Yeah, March 1st was the deadline. Oh well.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Not a big deal. I've never played DM Paizo. It would be a challenge for me. To do it right, at least. So I probably wouldn't have signed up anyways. I
Yeah,
might
you
go
just
play
take.
though. It might be fun to play.
Yeah, take the approach of Professor GM and just don't discuss rules at the table. Just players and GM come with that decision and then move forward.
Gen Con's looking for GMs, it looks like. I wonder
Yep.
if this is already expired or not. No, looks like they're still looking. So if you're going to Gen Con, you can get some really cool things. Green Run must submit your games to count towards the GM badge reimbursement. So it's really Green Ronin that's looking for GMs, I think.
Mm.
So which I like their stuff, but I don't think I want to run their stuff. Again, it's not the cost of the con; it's the cost of getting there, hotel,
Travel and
food,
and stay, room and board.
room and board. It's just so expensive, and
Yeah.
I mean, I found a hotel and I booked it because it was one of the ones I could cancel because I wasn't sure if I was going to go or not, and it was like
Hmm.
$1,700 for the full 4 days.
Yeah.
It was a
The
lot.
the last the last time I went to Gen Con, I stayed at a friend's place. Well, not a friend. I say friend. I have known them for a very long time, but I hadn't talked to them in probably 10 years. And then realized where they were living, gave them a call like, hey, can I stay at your place? They're like an hour outside of Indianapolis. So it was an hour drive every morning in and an hour drive every morning back. They were late nights, long days, but it was fun. That's the only reason we went was because we had a place to stay that was cheap.
I'm not going to get political on this though, Watcher DM, but I have to make this joke. I might come to Canada and not be able to come back in if the president has any say. Sorry, I had to make that joke. I'm not. I'm just saying. And Eskilum, yes, true. If you have weapons and don't care exactly what you eat, you can cook it. Uh, all right. So, State of Crate. This seemed interesting. We talked about this before we started. So State of Crate was looks like Patreon did it. At least that's their symbol. I don't know if that's actually Patreon. Hold on. Yeah, it is Patreon. So it looks like Patreon did it. They did a survey of people, and want to find out like where people are getting their social media online. And what they found out was 53% of creators say it's harder to reach their followers today than it was 5 years ago. 57% of fans spend their time watching work from other creators they don't even follow. Um, uh, Overcorrection towards short form. Basically, they said ask fans what they see the most of, and they see 61% of people see short form versus 32% long form. But when asked which one they value more, they've said long form. So I'm doing the right stuff, I guess. Because
And
all
I'm
my
assuming
stuff is
that's
on song.
I'm assuming that's we filter through short form so much just looking at it for things of interest or points of interest, and then that's interesting. Let me jump into the long form as a long form version of that so that I can see more detail
When
about this, whatever that topic is.
it's harder to reach your audience these days because social media companies have those pesky algorithms that feed people the content that make the company more money. Yep. 100%. I think personally I would be doing better 5 years, 6 years ago if I started 6 years ago. I think without the algorithms feeding me and just people who follow me seeing my stuff, I would be doing better. But I don't play towards the algorithm. I do long stuff. Hey Blaze. I do long stuff. It's not for me. When asked what they want to pay for, long form wins by a landslide. And it does quite a bit. Um, Pros and consequences. 50% of the creators say the ability to reach their larger audience is the biggest factor in their success. 51% of creators say it's harder to build a fan community today than it was 5 years ago. 100%. I'm growing by ones and twos monthly. 1 or 2 people a month, which I'm growing, so that's more than
Good.
some. And then they say the TikTokification of internet has helped more creators get discovered, but by new audiences that has been welcome change, but the creators agreeing more and more that it's getting in front of those potential new fans. That's the problem. How creators really feel. 60% of the creators say Instagram does not always show fans their most important work, which is true. Creators feel manipulated, 100%. The algorithm impacts what they create.
Yeah, say this talks about what E. Skillen was just saying.
Even if you follow and sub, it doesn't guarantee that. Okay, I learned that in YouTube, there's actually a checkbox that you have to click to actually notify your subscribers when you upload a video, and they don't even have it for live streams.
Hmm.
So, um, it's great. I love it. I love how YouTube treats their live streams. They just shove them to the side and ignore them.
And Dave, we don't got to go through all this. I was just throwing it up there
Oh, I'm
as kind of
interested.
like,
That's what
hey,
I'm interested. Are you in? Because I'm interested in this. This is interesting to me. 75% of the creators say punish those who constantly publish work, who aren't publishing work. 100%. They burnt out motivations. All of this is true. And if you do it, won't get shown to any. If you do it, it won't get shown anywhere to anyone else, and you can basically kiss your views goodbye. Exactly. Um, Fans on Instagram. Oh, fans report spending significantly less time in following feeds. Um, it's just social media is so freaking hard. I give kudos to anybody that actually makes it and does well, because it's not easy. And videos are not a YouTube thing. No, and it's not that people who watch YouTube won't watch live videos. It's that YouTube doesn't bother putting them anywhere where people can find them.
hmm.
Which is why I still do Twitch, because Twitch at least puts me if somebody went to the Dungeons Dragons tab, they would at least have potential to see me. TikTok has the right idea. It's only been perfected for the short-term video content. I would follow Kelsey's lead. I am. If you go to grimwood.games, there is a blog now. There is a mailing list. There is merch that you can get, which will also add to my mailing list. There's also a free thing. You can get the alpha copy of Plaguebound, which will also add to my mailing list. Yeah, so that's what I'm focusing on, Watcher DM, 100%. I want to own my audience. I'm sick of other people owning my audience. Yeah, so most important today, quality of creative work. I disagree about that. Building fan relationships and financial stability. That's the thing. You have to have stability because you're not making shit off YouTube and Twitch. Who are you using for your mailing list if you are willing to share? Oh, I'm just doing everything through Squarespace. I'm willing to share. I do everything from Squarespace, and Squarespace has mailing lists. They have everything I need right then and there. And I'm a web developer. I could develop my own shit. I don't have the time to develop it. Squarespace allows me to do it real simple, real easy. And this is not an ad from Squarespace, but they do a really good job.
Yeah, I think I'm the oddity there, Eskillum, because I'll find it on social media and then I follow them back to their website and then check out their website, usually before I order something or purchase something. But no, yeah, I agree. It's very social media has made it very easy to do those purchases right out of the app.
Anyways, so that's enough of that. So basically, the thought process here is social media sucks. Don't do it. If you do it, I'll teach you what I know, but don't do it. It sucks. I love my fans. I love you guys. I love what you guys have created in it, my community. My community is great. You guys are creative. You're fun, but oh my god, just keeping up with it is like a full-time job. Yeah. I mean, that's basically it. Is you're always trying to redesign and never push the content, and that's what was happening with me. I tried, so I just decided friends don't let friends doom scroll. No, friends don't let friends doom scroll. That's right, watch your DM. Being a creator is really stressful. Yes, it is. And I'm not complaining. It sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not. I really love doing things for you guys. I love making things. But the problem is, not only I like doing the live streams, but YouTube wants me to make videos. TikTok wants me to make shorts, long shorts now, not just 1 minute ones. They want 5, 6, 7 minutes. YouTube wants less than a minute shorts to get into the algorithm. None of them lead back to actually keeping people in the audience like a live stream. So being human is a late stage capitalism is really stressful. I agree with that. And you live in Canada. Just saying. I guess I'm really political today. I'm sorry. And on top of that, you need to work on your game itself. Yes. The funnel method is getting harder to execute these days. Yes, it is. I agree with all of this. Oh, look at this. I didn't know this one was on here. Senior narrative world building designer for the D&D franchise. Looking for a job.
Yeah.
That kind of happens when you fire everyone.
Yes. Yes,
I'm
it does.
just saying. It would not be stressful if I just did not work on the admin and just enjoy. Honestly, if I could just do this full time, it wouldn't be stressful. Problem is, you can't make enough money to do this full time. So, and the people who do, really trying to pump out the content. I mean, they're pumping out content 6 times faster than I am. And I don't have that kind of time or energy for that.
I was just saying that's all they're doing though too, which makes a big difference.
And none of them have insurance, health insurance. I mean, most of them don't have children, from what I've seen. I mean, most of the content creators I watch don't have children. No, $5 per pound. All right, so I'll be truthful. I get every 3 months, I get about $60 from Twitch. With as much as I stream, as much as you guys share and you like me, as much as you guys subscribe, I get about $60 every 3 months. So, no, yeah, you can't make. You'd have to be streaming almost 24/7 to really make a living. And then, yes, if you stream 24/7, you build your audience. And then once you get your audience, then you can cut yourself back. But you gotta get that 24/7 like audience thing first. And it's just too much. It's just I cannot spend a week to a month just streaming 24/7.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Sorry. The sponsorship is where the better money comes from after you have a following. Well, the problem is you have to build that following first.
Yeah.
And the only way to build the following is to pretty much either pump out 6 videos a day or live stream 24/7. I won't disagree with this statement, but I'm not going to emphasize it either. What, Eskillum? Am I not enough for you? Okay, I'm sorry.
So that just made me think of what was that movie? Was that Billy Madison with Adam Sandler? And that is correct. As Carly starts taking off his shirt.
I'm in your audience, am I not? Even if it stays incredibly unstable source of income. It does. Even if you do, it's a very incredibly unstable source. And honestly, the best way that I have found to proceed, and this is what I'm trying to proceed, is I'm trying to drive people to my website because I need to be able to get your email. Excuse me. I need to get your emails so I can start building an email collection of people who like my stuff. BackerKit does give me your emails, so that does help because I have 270 of you that follow me on BackerKit too. Well, I mean, look, there's people out there who work full-time jobs and stream, such as the lazy DM, Mike Shea. He works full-time and streams, though he's slowly switching over. He like he said, he's at Page, he was like, I'm slowly switching to a full-time position just doing this content. But it's taking him 30 years to get there. It's not something that you just do overnight. It's something that's you got to be in it for the long haul if you really want to make a difference. All right, Daggerheart the date has been revealed, May 20th. I'm interested in Daggerheart. I would love to run it on the stream. it's really interesting. I like it. That being said, it has some unique things that I think are overcomplications of the system, like the cards and yeah, but it's a good system.
The cards
Um,
are neat. Didn't I think fourth edition had a bunch of cards too
how
for
much are they
characters
asking
and
for it?
abilities and stuff.
How much are they asking for the limited edition ones, which comes with all the cards and stuff?
Um, let's
US
see, for pre-order option.
$150. That's not bad. Coming with everything that you need.
Plus the cards and dice. Yeah.
Of course, they're out of stock. The core set is $60. That's fine. Daggerheart sucks. It doesn't suck. It might not be your style, but it's not that bad of a game.
I really liked the Hope Fear dice.
Yeah, the Hope
With
Fear
the
dice, but other
that was
systems do that better. I won't deny, Jacob. There are better systems that do the same thing that Daggerheart does better. Legend Seeker is better. Shadow Dark is better. Not gonna Easy D6 is better. Ironbound is better. I'm glad you didn't say that. All right. So Dungeon Crawl Classic. So Dungeon Crawl Classic Dark Tower, 3-volume slipcase. Is this a new adventure for them?
no. I don't think it was a new adventure. I didn't feel like it was. I think it was a conversion of classic Dark Tower.
Yeah, it's a conversion. Okay. Reprint with the original Dark Town with annotations. A DCC RPG conversion of Dark Tower features a new DCC adventure set in Dark. DCC is a good game. If you make fun of anything about DCC, you're crazy because it's overly complicated, but it's actually a pretty good game for what it is. Even with the silly dice. Yeah,
That's true.
that's truth. I'll give you that one. If you do want to, Goodwin Games just keeps coming out with those zines for it. And I like the different dice. Don't get me wrong, but they are different dice. They're not dice that people are used to, so it's harder to get newcomers into it, or 5e people into it. The Exalted. We've talked about this on stream. If you'd like to see it, I did have an interview with. No, I didn't have an interview. DM Tales had an interview. You almost had me saying that wrong, Mike. DM Tales had an interview with it. Go check it out. He has a great.
Oh, that's right. You're. My apologies.
And I, oh, I actually won a set. I won us some coconuts. I won the dice, and I won the game from that stream. So,
Well, that's awesome.
yeah,
System must be rigged.
it was slightly actually. I was the only one that didn't have it, so they were like, "Give it to Dave."
I believe they. I know they did. I'm not sure if it's still up right now or if it finished like the last couple of days.
Well, we can take a look.
No, I don't have it in this one. No, I do have it in
Yeah, you
this one.
do?
Yeah, yeah. So it is.
Yeah, it's still up.
I know they had ones. It's been a couple weeks ago that they had another one too. No, no, it had to be this one.
It still has 8 days. So
Yeah, yeah. So it must have been this one. 84 items.
yeah, 84 items. But I haven't got a chance to read the Monty Python game. It's on my queue to read because I would like to read it. Look, what's nice about the DCC stuff is you can just use it in anything else. Just modify it.
Yeah.
If you want to use it in 5e, it's really not that hard to modify. All right. So Marvel Multiverse RPG getting an adventure expansion. I'm not a big fan of the Marvel Multiverse RPG. I just don't think they do it well. That being said, people who like it, you get more stuff coming for you. They're gonna do a Spider-Verse, an X-Men one. Sounds cool.
Yep. Expanding.
I'm just not a big fan of the way they do their system.
Is that the card-based one?
Is that the card-based one in Skill? Cards and minis, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think I played that one. It was fun.
Netflix is planning a Forgotten Realms D&D TV show with Stranger Things producer. Yeah, I heard about this a while ago.
I'm excited to see what they do with Forgotten Realm, but I'm that's my favorite place. So
I'm a little sad that the Paramount Plus one got canceled. I was looking forward to that. Yeah. Cool. I mean, I'm okay with this. I'd be okay with this. Sean Levy is going to be producing it. I'm more on board with this now. So, for people who don't know who Sean Levy is, Sean Levy was the director of Deadpool 2 and Deadpool 3.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm pretty sure if he wasn't, now I'm gonna feel like an arse if it's not the case. I know he's part of it. Yeah, director Sean Levy. I was right. Okay, phew. I feel good. Oh, thanks, Blaze, for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm more interested in it now that I know that Sean Levy's a part of it because he does some really good work. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is also
what is wrong with you tonight, Jake? I know you've had coffee, but that is more than coffee.
It was really good coffee.
I guess so. Had some whiskey in it, I guess.
I mean, this is also one of those places where they can run free.
Damn it, Jake.
When you talk about,
you need to sleep. Sorry, I keep interrupting you on your thoughts. Go ahead.
Well, something like that is a place where they have the ability to run free. You have tons of lore that's out there, but you have the ability to run free for a miniseries for however long the series is going to be. Compared to things like Power of the Rings or Rings of Power or Wheel of Time, where you're trying to recreate something that has very focused and what it is and the trajectory of those paths. So this is something that's a lot more open and free. There's going to be haters no matter what, but you have a lot more freedom.
Honestly, I would have been more interested had they said it was Eberron.
Yeah, we don't have as much for Eberron.
I think it would have been more interesting because you have war forges, you have flying ships. I think it just would have been more interesting. Oh yeah, those books are great, Eskilum. Exile and Homeland and all of the Dritz story and stuff is great. And I'm not saying that a Forgotten Realms story isn't going to be fun, but we have so much of it that it might be more interesting to go and do something that we don't have.
Well, everything in Eberron is in Forgotten Realms too. Gosh.
No, not everything.
Yeah, yeah. Everything can be
Warf-
thrown into Forgotten Realm.
Warforgers don't exist in the Forgotten Realms world.
They do.
No, they
They
don't.
are. They
No,
are.
they don't. They are not in the lore. You
I'll have
can
to go
use
look
them
for
in
it
the
again.
game, but they're not in the lore.
I'll have to go look again because I'm pretty sure I ran across them in.
Yes, Planescape did pull it all together. But the lore, the Warforgers are only in Eberron. Planescape just pulls them from Eberron. Anyways, Hunreal Bundle 4000K RPG. I'm not a big fan of the 40K RPG. It's a D6
Yeah.
system, if I remember correctly. I could be remembering that wrong. I just remember it was overly complicated and didn't really fit what I needed. There's tons of lore for 40K, though.
Oh yeah.
So
Ridiculous amounts.
ridiculous amounts of lore, and some of it's not very good, but some of D&D is not very good either. And I don't mean like bad quality. I mean socially bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But there is
And
the
then we
bad
already
quality
looked.
too in some of it.
We already looked at the DCC ones. Here's a shout out. Congrats, Kelsey, on making 1.5 million on her Shadow Dark campaign setting. Super congrats to her. She is the nicest person I've ever met in RPGs, and she deserves all the love. So if you like Shadow Dark, her West Reaches sounds really interesting. She's trying to leave it fairly open ended for people to make their own stories in. But definitely something to go take a look at. She's a very great writer. She's an amazing writer. So enough of that. 1.5 million. That's awesome. The Ballad of the Witch. See, some of these I'm seeing for the first time because I didn't. It's a 5e. Oh, it's already
But
made.
it's Balkan and Slavic folklore, right? So it's not a
That's
topic
something you don't
I'm
see
very
often.
well versed in. Exactly. And that's why I was like, oh well that's really cool.
I like the art.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's not AI art. Is it AI art? I always worry that it is when I say I like the art. They have to announce it. I know that much. Real art. Okay. Whew. Okay. That makes me feel better. Yeah, no, the art looks really cool. They got some really good Kickstarter goals and in pledges. Cool. Good for them. I'm actually kind of interested in seeing this because I don't know that lore that often.
Right.
And you can download a free demo. It's a dual system content, 2 systems for the price of 1. Okay, so
Legend and the Myth.
supports D&D 2024 and Legend in the Mist. Okay. I hear Legend in the Mist is good. I haven't seen it.
I don't think I've seen anything with it.
Vista Mandate, a sci-fi political intrigue RPG. Definitely not my cup of tea, but I could understand if it is for some people.
Was this the one? Yeah. So no, never mind. I'm sorry. This wasn't one. There were as I was looking through TTRPGs, I was pulling out a lot of, I guess, as I was looking through RPGs, let me rephrase this. I was looking through RPGs. There were tons of games that were, 3, 5 players, whatever. And they're RPGs as far as their role playing game, but they were being broadcast out as
Oh, okay.
TTRPGs, but they were more like a tabletop game. I thought this was one of those. Looks
This
like it
uses
is not.
power by the apocalypse. Okay. I, I mean, I'm not a big power by the apocalypse fan. I've tried it. I really did. It's just not my style of play. I need a little bit more crunch, more guidance on what's going on. Extraordinary, a tabletop role playing game that found family trauma and kids with strange powers. So, kids with bikes.
That was my first thought as well.
This 100% feels like kids with bikes.
15 playbook.
And it's even powered by the apocalypse. So it's powered by the apocalypse, kids with bikes. That's not bad. I mean, there's things that people could say about Playbound.
This next one you don't have to bring up. It was I think this was an AI app.
I
They
don't
were
mind
building it
bringing up.
for content generations.
I don't mind bringing up AI app. That's fine. Oracle RPG. Is this from the Oracle people? No, it's not from the Oracle people. Okay. So it is RPG, content generator, RPG tools, companion builder, quick prep, on the fly editing, cross platform, time saving. I mean, it looks cool.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to AI. I really am not. I'm opposed to AI in writing. And
Right. It's how is it being used and how is it being trained?
yeah, exactly. That's all. All right. They have some lofty goals, though,
Mm-hmm.
and they've already met a lot of them. All right. I'll be interested in seeing where that goes. And then Pocketopia. Lovely Pocketopia is going on. There's some great ones in here. Let's see if I can find them real quick. Death Dilemma Mastermind. It's basically a card-based RPG where you play a murder mystery, and one of the people is the sabotage, and they become the sabotage, and they can actually do things like manipulate the way cards land and that type of thing without people knowing that they're the sabotage. It's really interesting. Let's see. Well, there's Plaguebound. Oh, my partner, Monsters and Myths. Um, he's doing a card-based, story-driven system. It's very card-based ish. So you basically you're doing using cards to. It's kind of like a choose your own story, but with cards. But you can play it with multiple people. Is the best way I can explain it from what I got from him, and I probably would explain it, say that I'm wrong, just so everybody knows. But that's what I feel. Um, uh, what else? There's a couple others that were really good that I liked. Um, um,
Wayfinder. No, I'm thinking of cartography.
most of these are board games. So, which if you there's some really cool board games on here too. But anyways, oh, this one. Uh Tales on the 100 Acre Woods. It's basically a game about being Pooh Bear without actually saying Pooh Bear. So, um, being a mystical Pooh Bear. So you have magic and stuff like that. So it looks really cute. It looks amazing. Um, it's doing super well. It's made 166,000 pounds out of its 1,000 pound backers. It's got 14,000 backers. It's doing superbly amazing. And as it should. I mean, look at these images. They're just so damn cute. You know? You can do it solo, you can do it as a group, you can do it with the mouse RPG. Um, it's gonna be great. All right.
What
And
was
then
the
you
what
have
was the very first one on here that you had said?
yeah, Despair Dilemma.
Spirit on. Okay.
Um, I went if you want to check out on my channel, I do have a video of what this is like. Um, because I did her channel, and she was kind enough to allow me to record it and stream it at the same time. So there is a video on this on my channel if you want to
Okay.
take a look at it. itch.io. I'm not sure. Is this just all the itch.io tabletop?
Yeah, this was just like that's just a general pulling out of what's hot right now on itch.io for TTRPGs.
To do that, I gotta spend more time on itch.io for RPGs. I just don't spend enough time on here to even know how the system works.
And a lot of these are small indie systems.
Yep,
Although Bramble Trek wasn't that one on Pocket?
that one was on Pocket. Yep,
Bramble Trek, yeah.
that, that was on Pocketopia. Looks like you can buy the core book right now for $15. So it looks like you're not gonna have to wait long for that kickback or get. And then you always have Playbound. I think most people here have already bought Playbound, but Playbound is a dark fantasy RPG. Um, where you roll d12s in a boon and bane structure. And the cats are having fun. It's a fun system, I would say. I'm a little biased though.
I enjoyed my playthroughs.
Um, I will say it is a long wait for this one. Got a lot of art that I need to get made. So, um, most of the actual system is all designed and stuff like that. It's just getting art for everything is going to take time. That being said, I think that's the end of the list. This is the world of Plaguebound. So this
Oh,
is all the
nice.
country. This is all the countries. So it should be a lot of fun. That being said, yeah. So that's where we're at. Unless chat has something they want to talk about besides, unless we want to go back to talking about how, what did we talk about? Sponsorships and TikTok and all that. I think that's it. It's a short night. There wasn't much. A lot of that was old data. because there wasn't much out this week. I think we're gonna skip. Gen Con is when is Gen Con? Gen Con's coming up. Gen Con's probably the next major con that we got going on. That's in July. So
Yeah, the end of
I think
August, or excuse
I
me,
think
beginning of August.
beginning of August. So I think we're not going to get much RPG news until Gen Con, in my opinion. But who knows? People have surprised me before with news. One thing I didn't see on here was one thing I didn't see on here that I want to mention. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Um,
Okay, that's what
I'm finding it. I'm almost there.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I was looking for. I was looking at GM announcements earlier this week. As I said, my government position that I was a shoe in for and was awaiting final offer when it hit Department of Defense and cuts freezes, so there's no job offer there. So I'm looking for new ones. I started looking at like GM, game master positions that were out there and being announced in common jobs, and there was one for what's called Artificer DM, which is very similar to the Oracle RPG app that we showed at the very end. But they were looking for content creators, they're looking for community folks and personnel, but it looks like their job announcements had. I've been looking for it every now and then as we were talking, but it looks like they were pulled, or excuse me, they're no longer up on the market.
So the one that I want to make a mention of is coming in May. Two Little Mice is taking their Outgun series to superheroes. So they did Outgun, which is basically movies, action movies, and then they did Adventures, which is, Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider, that type of thing. And now they're going to be
Right.
doing superheroes.
Oh, that'll be cool.
So, I'm all for this. Because their system's really fun to play. Well, I can't say that. It looks really fun to play. My first time playing it will be at EcclesiaCon. So if you're in the New Jersey area, at the end of the month, there's this little convention in New Jersey called EcclesiaCon. You should come to it. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So I think that's it. I think I'm gonna call it. Unless there's something you want to talk about, Mike.
No, I think I'm good. I'm hunting for a job, and lots of requests from the kids to run another campaign.
What are you gonna run this time?
What was it that you wanted me to run, Jason?
The proper answer to that, Mike,
Thank you.
was
Rise of the
Plaguebound.
Drow.
The proper answer to that was Plaguebound, Mike.
As soon as I get my book, Dave, I'll run it.
I can give you the alpha.
I think I grabbed it actually.
Yeah, you did actually.
Earlier today, because I didn't you put it up on the backer
So
kit?
Mike, it's no. I sent word to the backer kit that they could get
That's
it
what
for
it was.
free, and told them how. So if you
Yep.
want it, back it on backer kit. But that being said, it is on Grimwood.games for $5. So if you don't want to back my backer kit, you could get the alpha game for $5 on my website.
Yeah, I do have it.
Backer kits.
And it was today.
Kit backers, though, do get it for free. So go take a look at the backer kit.
And is the Foundry module up?
It's not up for anybody to get yet.
Okay.
I still have some bugs that I need to get straightened out, like people not being able to click on their character sheets for some reason,
No worries.
which I'm not sure what caused you not to be able to click on your character sheet or change things on your character sheet. So I've got to have to sit down and figure out what's causing that. But that's after my backer kit. So it will be out in the next couple months though. And if anybody really wanted to use it, they would just have to shoot me a message and I would be happy to send it over to them. So if anybody wants the Plaguebound or Ironbound, because it can be used with either system, shoot me a message because I would love somebody else to test it besides me. So far, people who have used it say it runs really well. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not feeling well, so I'm going to call it. I got a small cold. Tomorrow, at 7:00, I will be on Gamers on Games talking about Plaguebound. So if you guys could swing over and give him some love, Dave is a nice guy. He's very leftist, but he's a nice guy. He's more left than I am, and that's saying something. But he's a little bit more vocal about it too. But he's a really nice guy. He does some good reviews on board games and RPGs. So take a look at him. Besides that, if you haven't backed Ironbound, Plaguebound, help if I would know which game I was actually toting. Go back it. Because I lost a backer. I'm a little upset about that. So I was at 1720, and then the backer dropped out today. I've had 2 cancel. That makes me sad when people cancel because I can't find out why. I just want to know what made them not want to do it anymore.
Right.
Because they didn't download the alpha pack. Because there's only 3 people that I know who have downloaded the alpha, and I know who they are. So, I'm incredibly sad about that. But to each their own. Maybe it was just they decided it wasn't for them after all. Maybe they caught a live stream of it. So, speaking of which, live streams. Hopefully this Friday we should have Love, Death, and Monsters, which is an Avenue Studios campaign, one shot adventure, multiple shot adventure. I wouldn't call it a campaign because it's probably about 4 or 5 session adventure, and murder mystery. It's a murder mystery, and that's on Fridays. Hopefully everybody will be there this week. The past 2 weeks people haven't shown up, either because of internet issues or car problems or other problems. That being said, Plaguebound on Sundays at 5:30. We're kind of wrapping up the main story of of that arc. So that should be fun. And then we're going to have a time leap. They're going to go 30 years into the future to when the book actually was made, and we're going to have some stories done then. For that. And then what else do I have going on? I think that's it. I might actually have a quiet week. I might actually be able to de-stress for a little while. Probably not. I'll probably do something else to you'll see me. I'm gonna be hanging out on Discord quite a bit. So if you're not part of my Discord, down below there's a link for Discord. And join my Discord. But I think everybody that's watching is part of my Discord. I'm a horrible marketer for myself. All right. You guys have a nice night. Thank you all for stopping by. Have a great night.